we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio when I'm spitting all these rhymes.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the 10-yard fight. This is the Philly Bunch special coming from the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. This is volume 18 part 2. Today we're going to focus on YAC, yards after catch. And you do this by having the pieces to the puzzles like that. Spacing switch is going to be your bread and butter. That's your base play right there. That's a play to get all zones, in the passing windows and the gaps and stuff and the cracks and the crevices to set up double post, Z spot and go, and your interchangeables. Now your interchangeables are your smash return, dig return, speed, dig, verts under, and bench pivot. They all you can come out in those plays, and your run play is the read option. We only have one good running play in this scheme right here, so if you move the ball all around, you're gonna eventually set up the run play, right? You're not gonna really get a lot of yards running in this scheme, but you gotta run just to keep everything going. As you can see right here, that was my first drive of the game right there. This is actually my first game of this scheme, and I threw a pick right there. Now I threw a pick, but that was a comeback route. That has nothing to do with the scheme. I didn't get discouraged by throwing the pick because we've been throwing comeback routes all year. That was just bad timing. So here we go again, down 14-0, and let's get this party started. There you go right there, speed out, outside. These patterns are heavily slept on. If you see drop coverage, you're gonna get the underneath leverage. They're basically giving you that. Here we go once again. It may not be drop coverage this time, but he's playing off coverage, so we can get underneath once again. This is a 10-yard fight to me. If we can keep these chains moving and grooving, we're gonna pick up yards like that. That was a 5-yard play that turned into 62 yards, 57 yards after the catch, off of a 5-yard and out. Other guys would have been chunking them all down the field, So yeah, when you got cushion, take it. Take your outs, take your ends, take your slants, but don't abuse it, because eventually they're gonna start pressing and playing in the clouds. But we got answers for that as well, right? But we're down here on the goal line, still in the gun bunch, trying to be a little sharp and shiesty, and we get in there, with the running concept. Now the running play isn't the only play that we use on the goal line. You're gonna see some stuff. So yeah, we got on the board and he ended up scoring again. So it's 20-7. So we are like under duress at this point. As you can see, he got the momentum full-fledged. He got home field advantage. Everything is clicking for him. My screen is shaking. So everything got to count right here. Here goes an automatic because he's pressing. I like my matchup versus his guy. And St. Jess is back there. And St. Jess is not playing. He's taller than me. I tried to click off and click on and all that other crazy stuff, and it just didn't work because my man was shorter. So I had to flip DK Metcalf back over here for the next down. And here we go, calling the comeback route. That's the lone receiver. Oh, he got me again. See, one thing about Washington, the spacing side is really designed for zone plays. If you get man to man, they're just going to be manned up behind them every time, and when you turn around, they may even jump in front of your ball. So yeah, one thing about Washington, they always have a D-line or a linebacker corps or a secondary. You just never know which phase of the years they're going to have one in. There you go right there. Got him. 75-yard touchdown pass. 51 yards after catch. And that came from having a zone and a man beater at the same time. Right? He was on his safety. He's like kind of concerned about that guy on the left side, the lone receiver. See, the lone receiver is going to put stress on the user, especially if he don't have anyone underneath. Yeah, man, this is deep. Guys, hit that like button for me, man. Y'all be sleeping on the like button. The likes will help us get like these features on the channel that we can unlock and then make the video come out with a little more quality. You know, so yeah, it makes the whole channel come out with a little more quality. Yeah, y'all gotta hit that like button if you do like it. Here we go again. Yeah, like I say, the defensive line is ferocious. This is a team you can play with as a user. If you got user skills, they don't have the skill, but your user skills will make up for it. As you can see right here on the left side, that's an automatic combat route. I had to always, like, you gotta always check for your automatics. And he had that guy underneath, but he didn't go all the way to the back. So at this point, he's gonna start setting up drop zones, and you're gonna see, like, this is one scheme. As you can see, he's pulling somebody down there over there. This is one scheme that's gonna force the user to set up drop zones. But if they set them too far back, they're gonna be shooting themselves in the foot, because you know we have high and low reads. Look at the user right here. He's gonna be the safety. We actually know he's gonna be the safety. He's gonna take out the lone receiver, and he's cleared out. See, that's the drop zone back there. That linebacker was not supposed to be back there. He had two linebackers back there, so we are aware of that. So the linebackers in the hook zones are pretty much dropping back like 15-20 yards. There we go again, another rat catch. 26 yards, 16 yak. Spacing switch. Well, the spacing side of the concept is very good versus zone. It's kind of weak versus man coverage, because like I say, the defenders are just right behind them, and they're just going to step up and make a play on the ball. Alright guys, that's my cash out right there. $ catfish424. If you want to leave a tip in the tip jar, I'm humble. Everything is gladly appreciated. And let's go from there back to the drawing board. Well, I got to implement the run game. The run game, like, sometimes you will play and the run game will suck because you only have like that concept, and then other times the run game will be explosive. So it all depends on the user that you're playing against, and you know, the scenario of the game. As you can see, it's 21-26, and we caught them with one of our famous philosophies: on top of the clouds, under the sky. And you can see the sky back there, you can see the cloud down here. So we're right under the sky, but we're on top of the clouds. Because he was in cover 2 the previous down, we instantly went to a cover 2 beater. So yeah, that's why we're scheming, because we just feed off of what the defense do or what the user decides to do. You know, we're not scared of too high safety, we're not scared of press, we're not scared of 8 men in the box. You know, we got to try to have an answer for everything, right? So they can press every down. Look at this right here. I threw a pass right here, 11-yard pass, 11 yards after catch. So yeah, that's gonna be, this scheme is highly effective in yards after catch. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of yards after catch because everything is just spaced out. And what I like about the bunch that I don't really see people looking at it this way of, like, I don't see people looking at it in this way. They're all bundled up, and then they just spread out like bees, like bzzz, you know, when bees just go everywhere. People don't see it like that. They just, I mean, they like to send somebody on the street, somebody to the corner, somebody to the flat in their own way, but I just don't think people see it like that, because they don't do the low balling plays like this. You can even get spaced out in like little small shortage routes, right? And you know, and get yards like that. So yeah, here we go again, guys. I want you to pay attention to Noah Fant right here. I'm 3 versus his 2 at this point. Got Fant going to the flat. We still don't really know if it's zone or man, but we're gonna bank on man. As you can see, his guy was coming all the way across. He did like cross man. We still got the touchdown, but that's something. When I went back and watched the film after that game, I realized that you really got to do your hat counts at the line with this scheme, because it can be some cross man, and you know, Noah Fant will play a huge part in this on those flat routes, your tight end. Here we go right here, trying to go for 2. I finally took the lead in the game, read option, and we got it. So the run game may not be explosive sometimes, but they will strike when it's their time to be called. You know, the running plays or the run play, the read option or the inside zone split. Yeah, it may not be effective. You may not gash the defense, but it is going to count for certain downs. You know, 3rd and short, 4th and short, red zone opportunities and stuff like that. That's that play action read. I don't really do that. Yeah, this, like I say, this was my first game ever in the scheme, so I was just trying to use my automatics and implement a little bit of the stuff that I saw in the set. So like right here to the left side is an automatic. You know, he's pressed. Maybe we can get a curl route or a comeback. Might want to cancel the play action because that stuff like that happens. Yeah, so I was learning to just toss that play out the window. That play there is gone. I don't do the play action read because, yeah, it just take too long to develop. Cancel the play action at least and just use the routes like that. So yeah, your automatics is key in this. Very key. As you can see, I'm down right here, 29-33. He's pressing. So we got a streak. Got Metcalf out there. We got the speed, deep ball, and he's burnt. 64-yard touchdown, 20 yards yak. Yards after catch. Don't get better than that. Alright guys, that went by so fast. We did not cover enough ground that I wanted to cover, so that means we will be back on the field for 4-minute offense. And by the way, this game is over. See you later.
This is how we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow.